Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Season 10, Round 7 at Baku tonight. We are in for a fun race, I do believe. Baku always going to be an interesting one with... Ooh, voice crack. Gonna be an interesting one due to the high speed, 90-degree corners and the tightness of the track. I'll just get to you now in a second. So, how does it feel to be the boss tonight? Don't know, just feels normal. Yes, we're gonna be without Chris tonight. He has some family stuff to do. We offer our prayers and our everything to him tonight. But back to the action. We have Baku tonight. We're also without Mitch tonight, so I'm all by myself. So thanks to the drivers and everyone making my life a lot easier today. Hopefully everything goes as planned. Yeah, I mean, some things you can't do without, and I guess you guys gotta stick up with me for tonight. I think Baku's gonna be an interesting one. Always a chance of rain tonight. People are gonna want to improve on their results last week at Monaco. Definitely the likes of Ginger Bush, Pedro. Just some people didn't show up. Just everyone kind of wanting to improve. Name Ginger still hunting for that first win of the season. Brock still on very good form, though dipped a slight bit last week. Yes, hopefully it won't be too boring. I'll try my best to make the stream as interesting as possible. Stephen, that's just because you're bad, mate. I can't offer you any reassurance on that. Mitch is working today, so he is doing that. Hi Jensen, good luck today, mate. Everything worked out well for you last week at Monaco. Hopefully the same happens today. Let's just see who are we missing. Damien and CPT. Jensen's teammate is Ronnie. Right, bear with me guys, I'm just gonna make sure I have everyone invited. Should get things underway shortly. But yeah, hopefully everyone's feeling good. This track, I've always enjoyed this track. I mean, if you stay out of trouble, stay out of the way of crashes, stuff like that, you should be okay. But you can't always insure yourself on that. Should be an easy enough strategy. You can either go from soft to hards, medium to hards, or to stop medium, soft to soft, I believe. So 16 drivers, so thanks for everyone joining up. Good luck, Stephen. I know Alfie, when Brock stumbles you will pick up the pieces, I'm sure of that. Yeah, Pally man, just keep your head down. Just always look in front. It's a track where you can definitely capitalize on other people's mistakes in the sense that like there's a lot of crashes around here. Turn 1, gotta be careful. It's one of the most dangerous turn 1s just because it's not fully 90 degrees, but it's a weird angle. Look, Pedro, mate, talk to me when you don't finish second last. I'm sure though, Pedro, you're gonna be ready to go. First driver at Haas today, because you don't have a teammate, but we'll ignore that. So we're just waiting for 3-4 guys. Damien should join soon enough. Good evening, Mikey. Hopefully you can string together a good qualifying, a good race result. A very good result for you last week at Monaco, I believe P4. Could have maybe pushed yourself on a little bit, but we don't know. Was it P4 or P5? I don't know. But anyway, a good result for you. Yeah, we're ready to get going now, everyone. If you're in the lobby, we're good to go. I'll just put a Discord thing. So, as the guys are already up, we're gonna get interesting here. I'm predicting my prediction. I'm gonna say hopefully Brock's TV doesn't turn off tonight. I mean, if you're a loyal H.O.R fan, you will remember that, of course, 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons ago, which ultimately came down to the championship decider and could have probably cost them that championship. But we are here, we're readying up, and yeah, hopefully some people can lift their form. Hopefully we have a good race, and again, good luck to everyone. Hopefully not a wet race, because that could be very interesting. So, as we get ready and load in. I see my Kate bandwagon is in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully my commentary doesn't suck as bad as Pedro's driving does. That would be a shambles. So qualifying, I'm gonna expect a lot of guys out on the soft, and it's quite dark. Could we get a bit of rain in the future? So good to go now. 16 drivers. You can see a few guys coming out on the mediums already, as to be expected, but I'd say the majority probably will take the soft tires. You have to remember there will be more than likely an early safety car which can provide a quick outlet off the soft. So first driver out expected is Jensen. So it does look very, very dark out on track. We may be getting a snippet of rain. Oh, Pedro. Maybe you should watch out, Pedro. This 60-day ban is your next opportunity of a ban, so I'd be careful if I was you. But anyway, Jensen, you can see he's going around on his out lap now. Crucial you get the tires warmed up and the brakes. Very important to warm up the brakes. You have that very long back, start finish straight, which your brakes are going to be warm by the time you get onto it, and they're going to be stone cold by the end of the straight because it's just so long. See a few Pizza Huts around the circuit. That's good to know. Good details. So Jensen's lap starts from here. You have to get the best run onto the straight to provide the biggest launch and the best acceleration and the best straight line speed. Going to be crucial to your race how much downforce you take. Some people will take a bit more downforce for the race and sacrifice the straight line speed, but you can see Jensen already hitting 209 miles per hour as he pulls to the right hand side. Brake very early down to third gear up to fourth for turn 1. Turn 2, a very 90 degrees corner. Don't take too much curb on the inside, it will bounce you into the right hand wall. Your second set of DRS here down into this kind of another 90 degrees left hand corner. Sector 1, a very 90 degrees section, that is what it is built around. But Jensen, to end his sector 1 here, what will he be? A 34.4. That is a competitive sector 4 time. I love that section there, the little chicane. Get it right and it feels good. Get it wrong and you're going into the wall. With quite a lot of these corners, you can see just how tight it is. Into the castle section, Jensen very committed. You'll see the drivers as they go on more and more runs will get more and more speed through there. They'll be more and more committed. As Lewis mentioned earlier, where is Ericsson? Ericsson hit us. So Jensen running out of fuel here. Should get to the line, but at 1:13 in sector 2. Jensen looking like a good solid lap here. Will he back out of it? That will be the crucial thing. He's pulling over to the left hand side, staying in the middle now. He will commit to the lap and it's a 1:38.1, so a very competitive lap by Jensen. Anyone else on a lap? We have a few guys spun in sector 3. I'm going to jump on board with name changer as a few lap times come in. SPW 1:37.7. Believe name changer has just pulled out a little bit there of his lap. Never mind, he goes to pole with a 1:37.9. Time goes second with a 1:38.0. SPW, a good lap there, 1:39.7. Vapor and Boastman, both on the mediums. Good to see Boastman getting a lap in qualifying. Usually tends to struggle. Gingerbush goes P8, doing not the greatest lap from him. I know he can get a few more tenths out of that. So, Pedro on a flyer. Let's hope we don't curse him here and put him in a wall. Pedro down into the sector 1 split at 35.2, so about 8 tenths slower than what Jensen did in that first sector. You can see cars staying out of the way, and Pelly, what are you doing? Ooh, that's not good. Let's check. Did a car pick up or... Okay, he did not pick up a warning or anything, so that's good for Pedro. Usually, sometimes you see a 5-place grid penalty for that, but Pelly needs to just be a bit more careful on his outlaps, just to make sure that does not happen again. Anyone else setting a lap? Brock goes P4 with a 1:38.2. Postman on another lap goes 3 tenths quicker with a 1:39.3. So Boastman seemingly having a good set of pace around here. Crucially, the highest medium runner so far. And he seems to be in a nice wee patch in between Brock and SPW. So Lewis out on a flying lap at the moment. Him and Pelly, the only two cars on a flying lap at the moment. Lewis, a new driver this season, looked pretty strong. Had a unlucky incident at China. Little tap of the wall there. That's going to cost him a little bit of lap time. He's done a 35.0 so far. The car is sliding just completely from underneath him here. Lewis into the castle. Not as committed as some of the other drivers, but he is still chucking this Racing Point car around the place. So, Namechanger and Jensen back out on out laps. They will be doing their second run on their second set of soft tires. So Lewis looking pretty clean from here. Pretty hard to invalidate your lap or ruin it from here. Just keep your car straight as possible. Keep the steering wheel as straight as possible, and you should be quite easily to the line. Switch on the DRS. Lewis running a little less straight line speed than Jensen, and he goes P7, just 1/10 off SPW. So SPW can feel pretty good in himself here. He's best of the rest so far, and yeah, he's in a good position here to capitalize if one of the front guys make a mistake. Jensen starting his second lap here. We will continue to ride on board with Jensen. So turn 1 looking a bit smoother than last time. Same with turn 2. Traction maybe not as clean as he would have liked. A bit of up and down on the throttle there, and that could cost him a little bit. But into here you can see he's very confident on the brakes, very late into the corners. Same true here. Crucial for Jensen, he's keeping that throttle on mid-corner. He's about a tenth down though, so he has lost a little bit of time. Can he gain a big bit of time here in the castle section? We'll ride on board, not on the broadcast cam here for this corner. Not as committed as you maybe would have thought, but a better exit from the castle than he did on the previous lap. Oh, and that's Jensen into the wall. And mistakes are gonna cost people. So time. Namechanger's even 1/10 down. Is the track... Did I see a bit of rain there on Namechanger's car? Is the track temperature costing a lot of these guys some lap time here? Namechanger not looking too clean this lap. SPW improved his... He's up by 3/10 at the moment, so SPW to jump Boastman maybe. You can see an Alfa Romeo there just ahead of Boastman. That is Brock. And SPW is going to gain a nice bit of slipstream here. This could be crucial to his position here. He could gain 1 or 2 tenths on the straight alone, just because of the car in front, creating just a nice little pocket of air for him. But here we go. He was up by 3/10, and he proves by 2. So maybe just a bit of dirty air in the final sector, proving a bit difficult for him. Boastman back out on the mediums. So Brock is out on lap time, is 5.8 seconds down. So to anyone watching the stream, please do like the stream and subscribe. It does go a long way, and we do greatly appreciate it. So Brock 2/10 down. I think track conditions are not looking good for these guys. I think they are struggling with a lack of temperature in the tires. So Mikey yet to set a lap. We're right on board with him. He's in sector 1 here. Oh, and Mikey into the wall. So a lot of drivers struggling at the moment. Pelly and Pedro have not yet set a lap. Obviously had a bit of a confusion on this part of the track last time out. Pedro using all his ERS on a out lap, showing just how qualified and skilled he is. Brock is going to be to the line, and he goes pole position. Brock finding a good bit of clean air, a good bit of track, and he goes pole. Will name changer, Tyne, Jensen, Boastman and Vapor be set to improve? So Jensen again, the lead car of these guys. We'll ride on board with him for sector 1 time. Vapor gotta be careful. He's a bit close to Jensen. He's gonna pick up a nice bit of tow here, but he will also be in the dirty air coming into turn 1. He might just have the gap perfect though. We will... Oh, and it's raining. It is raining. I cannot switch upwards. There we go. That was weird. Apologies. But it is raining now, so Brock could have mastered this. We'll check on Jensen's time. Pedro has crashed. And that is Pedro in a nutshell for you. Where is he crashed? Right on the racing line. That could be a bit of a obstruction for people, but Jensen, sorry, into turn 1, a 10th down. Vapor 5/10 up because he has that time on the mediums. Boastman looking certain to be starting on the mediums. Brock into the pits. Name changer into sector 1. 3/10 down, and it will be Brock on pole position. This rain will only get heavier, and Brock has timed his lap to the absolute perfection. You cannot ask for much more. Vapor struggling to keep up with Jensen here. Is Jensen up? He is up. Jensen is up, so he spent a little bit of time. Is it all set in stone for Brock, or are these guys able to find time in the middle sector? So Pelly again struggling in sector 2. So Jensen to the line. He's continuing the lap, which indicates he is up, and he goes P3. Vapor goes P4. Where's the name changer? Invalidated his lap, and I think that will be us. Oh, a name changer, and I believe Ronnie having a bit of a go at each other in the pit lane. We'll check the race director. No penalties as of yet. So I'm guessing that is going to be qualifying pretty much done here. Mikey can improve on a lap because he has no lap. The rest of the guys, Fusion, Matoman, maybe. We're right on board with Matoman here. He is currently on a lap. If he's up, he will continue the lap. If he goes into the pits, we'll know that he cannot improve. But he is continuing, so he must be up on his lap time, and he does. He goes and stays in P11. Mikey gonna be the only guy here on track in a minute. Rest of the guys all on in laps. But can Mikey, like Max Verstappen, control the elements? You can see just how much he isn't comfortable here. But still time to be found, indicated by Matoman and Jensen's lap times. So Mikey crashed here last time we were right on board. He seems to be very much struggling here to get the throttle down. The rain is pouring down now, and at this point we're gonna see, like Jensen, drivers start to retire, and we could be in the race earlier than expected. You can see a McLaren there of Matoman pulling off. That's not gonna do Mikey any favors, but here we go. Name changer's back out on an out lap. I wonder if he feels he will find time. Mikey obviously is up on his lap time now. I think he's 2 or 4 or 5 seconds down on what Jensen did on his first run. A 120 there is not going to be sufficient enough to see Mikey jump anyone, I don't think. But he will get the lap in. It may jump from one spot, we don't know. We'll see now. So Mikey to the line, 1:45.7, and that indicates to me that the track is done. You can see just the amount of spray coming off Name Changer's wheels and the amount of rain coming down. I think that's it for us. He crashes into the wall. So we will now have our 5-minute break. And Pedro, I've about 1,000 pointers on how you should improve your driving, but we'll save that for another day, won't we? Crashing in qualifying, how ridiculous is that? And Name Changer's still out here, giving us a few weaves, a few drifts. I mean, the castle section's going to be very interesting to ride on board with. Wow, Name Changer absolutely tearing up the track at the moment. You can see just how much grip he has, and oh, controlled spin. Oh, and that is Name Changer into the wall. Mikey, the last guy out on track. Once he gets to the pit lane, he will be done. If he crosses the line, it will be a bit quicker for us, unless he retires in the pit lane. But qualifying is over. I will go through your starting grid in full after Mikey retires, just to save being halfway through it. So just waiting for Mikey's car to retire, and then we will be set and ready to go for our 5-minute break. Going to be interesting to see what Matoman, Fusion, Skarma, Ronnie, Mikey and Pedro go tire wise. But your top 10 is Brock from Name Changer, Jensen, Tyne, Vapor, Pelly, Gingerbush, Boastman, SPW and Lewis. Boastman, the only guy inside the top 10 on the medium tire. The grid is set up to be quite entertaining, I feel. Name Changer and Brock at the front, with Jensen about a tenth behind them. Tyne and Jensen very close as well. So the top 4 all within 2/10 of each other. So that is a very, very close fight. Pelly to SPW about 4/10 as well. I'm sure these guys down here, they seem a bit off on their pace today, so I'm sure they'll pick up in the race. So, absolutely fully dry here in Baku. We'll go on our race director. So currently everyone outside the top 10 on the hards, not a bad strategy call. Obviously early safety car could play into your hands. If there's an early safety car and you're on the softs, a medium strategy is in play then. You can pit from your soft onto a medium and go medium again. Believe it's 26 laps around here, maybe a bit more give or take. But definitely a good strategy, the medium if you can navigate traffic. If you can't navigate the traffic, you may be worth staying out on your softs. But for the likes of SPW, Lewis, I'd gamble on the strategy because you're near the back anyway. So to the 11 guys in the stream currently watching, I hope you're enjoying the stream. Obviously I'm alone today. Mitch has ditched me for the second time this season. But we are ready to have some fun, enjoy the race. So we can expect one driver from all these lot to fall down because obviously Pedro will start last and we know he'll finish second last, so no surprises there. As for the rest of the guys, I'm quite impressed with Ronnie's time. He did a good job. Mikey, the current only guy outside the top 10 on the mediums. Fusion again almost in that top 10. Another solid job from him. Probably the biggest surprise would probably be just how far back Vapor was from the front lot. I guess he did do his lap time in the rain. I mean, Pedro, maybe you'd enjoy it if you actually got good at the game. That might help. So just a minute left of our break and then we can get going. So we'll just check on the tires. Still the same, Mikey the only guy on the medium tire. Other than Boost Man. I'd give Mitch commentator of the night. That would be fine by me. So we're going to get underway now as guys start to ready up. Good evening, AMR please. Good luck, Pedro. Do not hit the wall. we will be watching with eager eyes, because as soon as you do, I'm sure you will be made fun of. Again, good luck to all the drivers. We're going to take part in our formation lap now. So, crucial that you... And Scott was disqualified already without even getting off his line. I mean, that's just unlucky, isn't it? So, crucial here for all these guys to get their tires warmed up. Postman, probably the most crucial guy in all of this. He's very offset at the moment, as in he's P8 on the mediums, 2 guys behind him on the softs, a few guys he'd be looking to jump on the start, so that will be an interesting one. Turn 1, 2 and 3 are going to be our main watching points for the start of the race. Lewis was now disqualified, so a lot of guys are ruining their tire temp here. So if Pelly and all could catch up to the field, that would be nice. Just not really 10 car lengths behind, are you? Who's this? Gingerbush. Get a move on. Get a move on. Brock forcing the guys now into a tighter thing, because at the end of the day you are completely offsetting everything here. Postman, you're not the leader of your own formation lap. So, once again, good luck to all the drivers. Please be careful, please be wary of everyone around you. Unlucky Scammer. Just go and do something in the race and you should be good. Just be careful of your tires, they're going to be quite cold. So, as Brock gets into his starting position, we'll jump on board with the back man, Pedro. And he should just be at the back here now. So these hard tires will be interesting to see how they warm up. But as everyone gets into the grid spot, we will see the 5 red lights now any second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. Mikey's picked up a drive-through penalty, and that is not good for him. We're going to ride on board with Brock. Looks all clean from him. Everything looks relatively clean throughout the field. We'll jump back up the way, and oh, Matoman's in the wall. Matoman in the wall. Ronnie in the wall. Fusion in the wall. Brock is not lost out. He is still in P1. Jensen holding up tiny little bit. Vapor trying to get his position back off Pelly. Yellow flags currently, and that's going to allow Pelly to hold on to that, and there's a big touch, and that's going to allow Boastman to have a wee lock. So from the start, Brock from Name Changer, from Jensen, from Tyne, Pelly, Vapor, Boastman, SPW, Gingerbush, Lewis. Matoman has wing damage, I believe. We'll ride on board now. He does not actually have wing damage, so it must have been whoever punted him. Oh, I think it may be Skarma with the wing damage. Yes, it is. Front left end plate wing damage. Mikey has to serve a drive-through penalty. Pedro already up to P14. So, name changer Brock providing a good gap, and I'm sure we're going to see him move for the lead here. Name changer pulls to the inside. Without DRS, I think it's the easiest time to make the overtakes. So you do not have the DRS train. But here we go. Bang, bang, bang. Pelly is into the pits. Or whatever's happened Pelly there. Oh no, he's still in front of Vapor. So that is good to see. Ginger Bush getting feisty with SPW there. So, Brock losing P1 on lap 1. It does say lap 3 in the top left. Do not let that fool you. We are on lap 2 currently. Brock following name changer very, very closely. And we have someone in the wall near the back. And I believe it is Ginger Bush or Lewis. It is Lewis. Where is he? Yes, Lewis in the wall. So, name changer from Brock. The gap about 1/10 of a second. Name changer was 3/10 behind Brock when he overtook him. So, will be interesting to see what happens here. I think that gap may be frozen because it's not moving. But hopefully when they cross the sector line here, the gap did not move. So, it will be onto the start-finish straight. Across the line, we'll find out what the true gap is. Brock does look slightly further back than what name changer was. Name changer using a lot more ERS currently. Jensen struggling. Vapor getting past Pelly, who goes into the pit lane. So Brock 8/10 behind name changer. Has to keep within a second or else he will lose DRS. This DRS is going to be crucial for Brock. It's going to allow him to save tires and save ERS and fuel. Tyne looking pretty comfortable behind Jensen, not looking like he's falling back at the moment, not looking like he's going forward. Vapor about 2 seconds behind them two, so that gap is staying relatively still. Name changer is pushing quite hard to extend the gap to Brock. Postman up to P6 on his medium tires. And he's doing quite well. If he can stay within 10 seconds of the leaders, he could be in a good position come race end. So Brock has lost DRS. You can see now his overtake button is going to be used up to try and hold on to that. Matoman has retired in sector 1, so not a great race for Matoman. I do believe he didn't feel confident coming into this one, and that is showed up and ruined his race. Excuse me. But we are back on the race for the lead. So, as the DRS flap gets enabled, Brock can save a bit of ERS. He will gain about 2/10. Tyne looking like he's eyeing up Jensen, maybe not this lap, but in the near future. Took that gap from about 6/10 to 3/10 only on the straight, which shows you the true power of the DRS system. So, Jensen is gonna be looking, gonna be looking like he's gonna be able to get caught here. Tyne not a slow driver, Jensen not a slouch either. So Brock still within a second currently, but Jensen gaining 3/10 on this lap, or in that corner, and now he's lost it again. Jensen's gap seems to be going very up and down, up and down. Brock has lost the DRS, even though he looks closer this lap than he was last lap. Postman now on the back of 0. Tyne has lost his gap to Jensen, so Jensen looking pretty strong here. The dirty air may be causing a bit of problems for the driver in 2nd, 4th, sixth even, you could say. Boastman looks like he's struggling with a bit of turning, but I'm sure he's going to go on the attack now. As we get through the swooping S section, Boastman will gain, and Brock is into the pits. Is Brock trying the two-stop? Brock has picked up wing damage, so that is why he may have been losing a lot of time there. Brock into the pits. So two cars side by side. It is SPW and Gingerbush. These two heated rivalry, we can say. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. See Gingerbush using all the ERS, gonna look to send it, cannot do so this lap, but a great run there for Gingerbush. SPW looking very wide in that car. Gingerbush keeps doing these switchback lines, and one of these times it's gonna get Mr. SPW, but for now SPW holds on, and that's a big lockup, and that's into the wall. He's still looking like he has his front wing, but a sign of vulnerability there for SPW. So Boastman on the back of Vapor now. This lap, this move should be complete. Brock is not out of this in any way, shape or form, and we have another crash, and it is Lewis again into the wall. So Baku Walls claiming yet another victim. Here comes Boastman. He pulls to the left hand side and breezes past Vapor. Tyne is into the pits. He will pit for the medium compound tires, so two stop for Tyne. Vapor, if he was smart here, could use. So SPW also into the pits, gonna look for a good undercut here. Pedro up to P7. Wow, what a drive from Pedro so far. Well and truly carrying that Haas mantelpiece with open arms. So Vapor still on the back of Boastman. You can see Boastman maybe struggling a little bit in the fresh air for the next 1 or 2 laps. But we'll jump on board with the front runners. Name Changer looking very, very in control at the moment. He looks in his own zone, got a healthy gap to the car behind. Brock is pitted early for wing damage, so he has about a 5-second, 6-second gap behind him to Brock for an undercut. So he should be able to prolong the stint and still be in a good position. If he's doing the one stop, Brock shouldn't be a threat. And Gingerbush has retired. And it's a safety car. Safety car. And now we're going to see the likes of Brock lose out massively. Everyone on the softs, Boastman included, get to pit for fresh tires. Pedro should be pitting as well for the mediums, and this is, wow, unlucky there for Gingerbush. A weird place to crash. Must say, Mikey has done a great job so far. A drive-through penalty on lap 1, and he's already up there. Name Changer slots on the medium compound. Tyne coming now, does not jump Jensen. So the mediums for Tyne, Name Changer, hards for Boastman, Vapor, Brock still on his 1 or 2 lap old mediums. Pedro into the pits here, he gets to change his front wing as well, so a free pit stop for Pedro onto the medium tires. He shouldn't go down too many places. Crucially, he gets out here in front of Skarma, which he does, and that is a lot of places gained for Pedro. So SPW P7 now. Brock is kind of out of position here. Vapor and Boastman now going to be definitely the battle to watch. Jensen has gotten off with his normal thing here. He's gained back his time. And he's also on the one stop. So Jensen could be in for the win here. I'd agree, Adam. P8 is a long way away from where Pedro is used to being. So Pelly gets to catch up also now, and all these guys will do so. Safety car should be in around lap 9. Now, safety car restarts around here are tricky. Safety car would usually come in around here. Name changer will now have to back up the pack around here. And because it's such a long straight, you'll see up to about the number 3 on the map, name changer will be holding the pack. And it's very difficult for the guys at the back to keep in check, because one person in the middle going up and down on the throttle is going to cause a mass destruction. If you remember back to Imola, I believe Mugello Imola this season, we had the same problem. No, it was Mugello. In real life, we had the same problem. Giovinazzi, Grosjean, Sainz, all of them crashed under safety car. So, Jensen looking quite smooth, quite smug here. Maybe letting time through on the safety car restart could be the play. So, Boastman has gained an awful lot of time here. The man that was P8 is now P4 on the same strategy as Jensen. Can name changer take these about 16 or so laps? That is going to be the main question. I don't think he will. Maybe he's playing for another safety car. We don't know, but I'd say Jensen, if he can keep within 5-10 seconds of name changer, he could have the win here. It's going to be difficult because name changer on a fresh set of softs at the end is going to be lethal. Let's check. Is Pedro cheating? I think he's using a bit of DAS there. The Haas car now has DAS. As you can see, Pedro absolutely flying, going his natural speed on the safety car. So Tyne, Jensen and name changer, the guys to watch. Brock gonna be slightly frustrated in where he is, the fact that he has to pit again, but oh, and safety car is in this lap, and this is going to be interesting. Brock needs to catch up a little bit, and the guys behind need to be careful. Look at this, it's already, the writing's on the wall. Skarma coming quickly. Okay, right, everyone seems to have done a good job. We're going to ride on board with name changer. You can see still going slowly, and he's gone. Name changer is gone. Jensen gonna be under attack here from Tyne. Tyne not having the raw straight line speed, and he maybe should have went for it there into turn 1. We'll flicker through the cars. Mikey getting a good start. Pelly getting a good start. Pelly and Skarma going side by side. Pelly down the inside. Good move by Pelly. Lewis staying position, and everyone bar Pelly has stayed position, I believe. So I'd say it's kind of crucial here that Jensen lets Tyne go and have an attack on name changer, unless Jensen wants to burn literally all of his ERS for nothing. It's up to him, but I think a smart move would be to maybe let Tyne through when you can. You can see the gap to name changer in 1 lap a second. That can be quite worrying for Mr. Jensen. Boltzmann looking relatively strong here. Brock looking stronger behind Vapor. Surely will be wanting to get the move done this lap, as we see Tyne 4/10 to Jensen, using not much ERS. Jensen using all of his ERS. Tyne gonna activate now when Jensen is in a bit of bother. Only a little bit of a squirt there. Tyne just not using the ERS to its maximum capacity to get Jensen here. And he's losing time. Brock doing what he has to do, getting past Vapor. Good cut back line there by Vapor. Ooh, SPW almost into the wall. Pedro, ooh. He's going to have a look at SPW there, and he's going to overtake him here. Will Pedro overtake SPW? Into the braking zone. Don't brake too late. And the answer is no. We wait to see another lap. So even if Jensen is trying to let Tyne through, he's absolutely burning his ERS. Currently has the second lowest amount. So Pedro looking quite feisty here. Unlike Pedro to be quick, but this tire working well for him. Tyne has to get Jensen with the aid of DRS this lap. Pelly has lost the position to Lewis. We'll switch on to the broadcast cam. Skarma has now gotten past Pelly, and I think Pelly may have an issue. He does. He has no front wing. Look, Alfie kind of lagging. Tyne pulls to the left hand side. Going to be a very simple move, and Alfie is in the wall. And we have a virtual safety car. Ronnie is retired. Oh no. I think Alfie may be lagging a little bit. Oh wow. Hope Ronnie's virtual character is okay. Zero is in the pits. He's gonna use this initiative to go on the mediums, and this is a smart move by Vapor. He's gonna jump Brock. He's gonna jump Tyne. He's gonna jump Name Changer if he can pull out some good pace on this. So Tyne will be looking for a decent restart here to make sure he gets the jump on Name Changer. And here we go. I think we are going to be getting going any second now. Preferably you want to be on a straight piece. Oh, a drive-through penalty for Fusion, and it goes bad to worse for Fusion. So Boltzmann now right on the back of Jensen, and Jensen could be in a bit of bother here. Two guys on the hards, so they're battling for a net P1 once Name Changer and Tyne pit. If I was Brock, I maybe would have pitted that lap. Just it would have helped him out in the long run. So Boltzmann looking to get a move on Jensen. Jensen looking to equally get a move on Tyne, I feel. As long as Jensen's in that DRS, he does not have to worry. Yellow flag in sector 2, and it's Alfie again. Hopefully he's doing alright. Tyne has gained about 8/10 on Name Changer that lap alone. So Tyne is flying. Brock seemingly struggling now. So Pedro has lost out to Mikey, who's just punted SPW in the back. Sure, SPW will be saying a few choice words there. Tyne now inside the DRS activation zone of Name Changer. Dipping just outside it there for a second, but Tyne looking very impressive at the moment. Name Changer pulling a bit of gap here now. I think the gap has stayed roughly about the same throughout the duration of this lap. 3/10 up on his PB is Tyne. And we have another virtual safety car. Brock must use this opportunity to pit. You cannot continue. You can't continue there, Brock. You're not going to get to the end. Must be going for the soft tires at the end, but I don't know. I think I would have pitted by now. You've got two opportunities. I think Pelly's. Yeah, no front wing for Pelly, and that is going to be frustrating for him. DRS enabled, and it looks like Tyne's got a relatively decent jump on Name Changer again. Jensen again getting a good jump on Tyne as well, so looking interesting. Brock is really struggling now on those tires. So Tyne looking very feisty at the moment. Name Changer doesn't really have an answer for it at the moment. You can only match him currently. Tyne should use a bit good bit of overtake management there to try and jump into that activation zone. The activation zone is right before the DRS. And Tyne should be in it this lap, and he is. So Tyne should use a bit of overtake now to gain a little bit. And Jensen's crucially outside of Tyne, so this lap could be crucial for a lot of guys' races here. Jensen currently outside the DRS, and Boltzmann will see this as an opportunity to grab a podium. Any battles throughout the field, we are going to jump on board with Mikey. Pulls to the right hand side, going to try send it round the long way of SPW, but as we saw with Ginger Bush earlier, SPW a very, very good driver when it comes to defensive placement of a car. Doesn't matter how much he locks up into a corner, he will always put up a fight. Mikey really struggling with the ERS. Pedro, very encouraging signs here for Pedro. I mean, 70% ours, about 60% more than Mikey, 20% more than SPW. Tyne has dropped back outside that DRS zone, and crucially Name Changer is going to get the DRS off Alfie here. So the lapped car is going to be really annoying for Tyne. He's just by the skin of his teeth outside of that DRS. Yellow flag in sector 1. I think it was just Alfie letting a few of the cars by. So Mikey seemingly getting the better run into this corner every time and using all of his overtake into this one. Gonna look to send it around the outside. Does not work for him. He's gonna stay on that gearbox and try to go around the outside here. Oh, bit of a tap for Pedro there. Pedro just an innocent bystander watching on here. But a great job by these guys keeping it clean. We're about... Oh, and Jensen spun! Jensen has pulled out the bottle. And that's not good for Jensen's race here. Brock has gotten past Boastman also, so about 6 seconds behind the medium runners, and Boastman now looks the favourite to win the race. Boastman pulling to the right hand side, gonna look to take the racing line into turn 1. Brock is not gonna fight it and he's gonna let Boastman through. Tyne is only 5/10 behind Name Changer now. You have to start feeling in the next 2 or so laps, these medium runners are gonna have to pit for the soft. Mikey gets past SBW, but SBW says no. And I think Mikey could have the upper hand here. No, he doesn't. Pedro's gonna come steaming through. We're gonna ride on board with Vapor and Pedro. No, Pedro. Oh no. He's almost taken out SPW in the process of getting past Mikey. But Pedro up to P7 yet again. So, Brock needs to pit. Guaranteed. 10 laps on those tires. He cannot do 20 laps on the medium. It just doesn't make sense. They have to blow up. People are going to be asking 20 laps to the hards, and it's going to be a tough ask. But Tyne and Name Changer, they're going to be the ones to watch. When do they pit? Surely within lap 18, 8 laps on the soft should be the one for me. Tyne just staying in this DRS, doesn't have to struggle too much to do so. Jensen gaining rapidly, I think, on these cars in front. What's the gap? About 4 seconds maybe? It's 3.8 now, so he's doing well. Brock is now outside of the Boastman DRS, and Boastman, I'm gonna... Yellow flag sector 1, and Brock's gone into the wall. Brock is into the wall, and that nullifies any chance of him winning this race. How much wind damage does he have, game? Let us see. Pedro's up to P6. Oh my god, he's going to be P5 once Brock pits. Pedro will have to pit again, but holy moly, what an effort from him. SPW deep on the brakes there. Vapor is the next car in line for SPW to defend. And Pedro's waltzing off into the distance. So Brock has not picked up wind damage. I'm sure I saw a front wing of an Alfa Romeo car come off. Either way, he should have pitted under the virtual safety cars. Jensen, I think, may have a tiny bit of front end plate damage here. He's losing time to Boastman, who's equally losing time to the guys in front. Time is lost time to Name Changer. So gap starting to form. Vapor down the inside of SPW. A very brave but a great move by Vapor. Pedro doing an absolute madness here. So No one in for the softs. This Brock continues, and I think at this point, yeah, you just gotta say that is his race over. Pedro into the pits? Question mark. Mikey has gotten SPW. SPW and Pedro in the pits. Onto the soft for both of them. Now this is where things get interesting. If Pedro... Oh, he has front wing change. No. Come on, Pedro. Keep going. Keep going. You could actually do this. Tyne is struggling to keep up with name changer. Boastman equally doing the same. Jensen doing the same. Brock doing the same. Vapor gonna be well inside Brock's pit window. It's just the fact Brock has to go on to the softs. Where is Pedro? SPW has only put the mediums on. And I gotta say, that could be a massive mistake. Mikey's struggling though. I think Mikey may have wing damage. He's really struggling at this stage. SPW has to make 22 seconds on Lewis. That's tough ask. And I think Boastman could be in for the win here. If Tyne and Thing don't pit this... Here we go. Pedro on the soft. Absolutely stunning drive so far from Pedro. Definitely one to look at for driver of the day. A good job also. Let's commend all the drivers currently penalty-less. So they will all get 1 extra point, which nullifies the point. But anyway, it's there. Tyne dropping back. I'm sure he will pit this lap. Boastman also falling back. Jensen gaining slightly on Boastman. It'll be interesting to watch how that proceeds. Brock has absolutely lost it at this stage. He should have pitted 2 laps ago. He should have pitted 5 laps ago under the virtual safety car. He would have been 5 seconds up the road. Took a pit stop. Skarma into the pits. Pedro gaining on SPW, which is good to see. Let's check name changer and Tyne. Who is into the pits first? Oh, Tyne has to stay out another lap. Tyne cannot pit. Name changer continues. Tyne continues. Brock surely pits now. I cannot see him going 1 more lap. Surely not. And he does. Wow, Brock's tires aching at the moment. 6 more laps. Gonna be a tough ask. Mikey gonna get absolutely undercutted here by Steven and Pedro equally. I'm guessing these guys only think the softs can only go 6 laps. I'm almost certain they can go 8. I'm almost certain. Could be wrong though. Time gaining on name changer. Jensen's tires don't look too good for him, and he is 5 seconds adrift of Boastman, who, I gotta say, if I was to put money on this second on who's gonna win the race, my money would be on Boastman. But I'm not a betting man, so do not take my word for anything. Pedro gaining slowly but surely on SPW, but not to the point in which SPW maybe will fear him. Maybe come lap 22 if he's in the DRS, he could be a bit of a threat. But we'll jump on board. Name changer now. Continuing again. Time. Continuing again. Boastman obviously will continue. Jensen will continue. Brock surely pits now. He's pulling to the left and he will pit this lap. A bit late, very late for Brock. You'll see just how much Zero has gained of taking that first virtual safety car pit stop. Albeit, okay, Brock did crash, he'd maybe be 5 seconds up the road. But look, the gap is already 5 seconds. So, congratulations Vapor, that was a good strategy from him. Now, Brock on the softs should be well capable within 5 laps taking 5 seconds out of them. But that will be interesting to see. Pedro gaining into the 2-second mark now. Boastman heavy locking up. Surely Name Changer and Tyne cannot take these tires to the end. Anyone in chat, let me know. I obviously haven't done much racing in a long time, but it would be nice to know your thoughts on whether these two guys can get to the end. I was almost certain once they pitted under the safety car that they could not go to the end, but Tyne setting personal best, so what do I know? Surely though they can't go almost 20 laps on these tires. I think it's a reaction game here. I think neither one wants to pit until the other does. Brock has taken 1.4 seconds out of Vapor in the first 2 sectors of the track. SPW's lost 5 tenths to Pedro on this lap alone, so come on Pedro, P8 is there for you. Wait, what? How is Mikey pitted and come out in front of SPW? Has SPW... Let's have a look. 143, 144. That does not make any sense. Unless when coming into the pit lane, when Pedro slowed down, that lost him an extra second? I don't know. Name Changer and Tyne have continued yet another lap. Where will they finish? We don't know. Tyne has fallen off about a second this lap. Name Changer hunting for that first victory. At this point I would probably say to the two guys, continue going. There's no point in pitting, you're going to come out P5. So at this point I would probably say continue, which Name Changer does, and Tyne also. Boastman maybe gains in the last few laps or so. We'll start seeing that gap maybe fall now. Jensen doing a good job keeping that gap to Boastman. Boastman locking up his tires an awful lot though. I'm sure Brock will get Vapor down the straight. Never mind, Brock ran out of ERS and that's going to cost Brock. He does set the fastest lap of the race though. A small constellation for what really could have been for Brock. I think just indecisiveness maybe cost him, and maybe just, I don't know, not pitting, getting that stupid crash, unlike Brock. Down the inside of Vapor, and it's a very simple move. 15 seconds to Jensen, can't see that happening anytime soon. Tyne and Name Changer, that is all but done. Tyne is falling back. Boastman not gaining on Tyne. Yellow flag sector 2. That was Jensen. Jensen picked up wing damage. Jensen has lost a lot of wing here. And Jensen, oh, it's gone from bad to worse. He will have to pit this lap, and that's going to promote Brock to P4. And maybe this is a sign that tires are starting to go off for people. You can just see how much Jensen's lifting off now and how much he's lacking in the depth. Oh, and there's his full wing gone. We're right on board with Brock. Just make sure he doesn't. Actually, Jensen into the pit lane. This could be a crash here. This pit lane is horrible to take. Jensen does it very well. Shows all his experience. And Brock's been handed a P4 here. And much like last week, the last 2-3 laps are going to get interesting now. Not in the sense that there'll be much overtakes in. Oh, I thought it was Tyne, but his Skarma in the wall. Oof. Things almost looked very interesting. Boastman will hold off for this podium. I don't think he will catch either of the two in front. These two in front are absolutely crackheads, by the way. Absolutely stunning job. 16-17 laps currently on their tires. Gonna be... Oh, Pelly picks up the only penalty so far. So, bravo to all the drivers. These tires are gonna be 19 and 18 laps old. And what, you finished 20 out of 26 laps on a tire is nuts. Albeit there has been a few a safety car, a virtual safety car has helped them, but you cannot take that away from them. Vapor gonna be very happy with a P5 if he can hold on to that. Pedro not gaining on SPW anymore. P10 must be a good job for him. As we see Fusion come out of the pit lane. Tyne is just probably wasted most of his tire, maybe not trying to catch Tyne has wasted his tire trying to catch Name Changer, and that's maybe been the key to how this is played out. But Name Changer gonna come home for a much deserved victory, and we cannot take it away from him. He's been so close to victory. He smelt it twice in the past 2 weeks. Last week he was just unlucky not to win a race. Got very unlucky with safety cars at Monaco. Got unlucky with the penalty at Spain, and then picking up the second one on the last corner to give Brock the win. But we cannot take it away from this guy today. Absolutely stellar job. Has not really done much. He got the move done on lap 1, and since then he's been in first place for all of this race. He's done an absolute great job. Boastman now catching time. Watch this space. 2 seconds gone since we last tuned in with this. Boastman gonna use the slipstream of Alfie, because why not? Yellow flag sector 2, it's gonna be SPW and Pedro up to P9. SPW making a mistake unlike him. But Pedro, P9, Mikey P8, Lewis, a good job, P7. Boastman's took it 10th out of 10. This is gonna be close. I think. No, we're on the last lap. Surely Tyne can hold on, but look at the gap. It's absolutely crumbling. Almost 2/10 every corner. Is there enough corners for Boastman to get in with a chance of sniffing and taking P2? I think there might be. Look at this. 2 seconds, he's took it down. 1.8 seconds this lap. Tyne is struggling. He has a lot of ERS to play with, Tyne, though. That is probably gonna be his saving grace. And I think Boastman is just too far back. unless something miraculous happens here, I believe Tyne will hold on. 1.3 seconds the gap now. 1.2. 1.1. And I think Tyne will hold on to P2. Boltzmann's going to feel if he only had one more lap, he would have gotten it. But Name Changer wins finally in Season 10. Tyne holds on for P2. Boltzmann P3. Brock a hard worked P4. Although from pole position you're going to feel a bit down on yourself. I would take it. It's been a good race for you. The yellow flag sector 2 and Pedro. What can I say about this guy? Absolute bottle job. You cannot write this stuff. And I think SPW is going to give him the position back. Oh, that's nice. SPW giving Pedro the position back. Pity points for Pedro. Lewis comes home in P7, Mikey P8. Pedro will be the next guy to cross the line. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Did SPW bait him? Oh no. Oh no. That's unlucky. Oh no. Pedro. Pelly will be the last guy to finish. But congratulations to our top 3. An absolute stellar race from all of you. Boltzmann can feel a bit unlucky he did not get P2 in the end. But Pelly gonna come home for P11. Oh, he's gonna finish in the pit lane. I mean, it's an interesting way to come home. But that will be your race for today. That will be Baku. It is over yet again. Congratulations to everyone that survived. Mikey picks up the driver of the day from the game. I will have a look at the driver of the day in 2 seconds once I go through the finishing grid. So, your grid in the final order is Name Changer from Tyne, Boltzmann, Brock, Vapor, Jensen from Lewis, Mikey, SPW, Pedro, Pelly, Skarma, Fusion. Your DNFs, Ronnie, Gingerbush and Matoman. So, my driver of the day. I'm gonna give it to Boltzmann. I think he played the right strategy. Maybe not the right strategy, but he played what he could. Got P3, a podium from P8. I mean, nothing much he could do. He capitalized on Brock, Vapor and Jensen's poor mistakes. Lewis was a close second in driver of the day. I believe he also had a stellar race, but just because he got the podium, I'm gonna give it to Boltzmann. So guys, that's gonna be all from me today. I do hope you enjoyed. I hope I didn't bore you too much. I hope you enjoyed SPW doing what he did to Pedro. I mean, quite cruel. But yeah, again, thank you for tuning in, everyone. Thank you for keeping the stream alive in the chat. That was very nice of you. But that will be all from me today. Again, huge congratulations to Name Changer. Unlucky to Brock, unlucky to Jensen, and to anyone that DNF'd, unlucky. But we will be back tomorrow for Canada, which should be a good race, an exciting race. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.